to you live via the interwebs, riding on the backs of 3,000 cats per second. This has been live. In case you've forgotten, since our last broadcast, you're a growth hacker. In fact, we could put the clicking mouse away. It's a recursive sort of feel today. Talking about what's in store moving forward with the broadcast. Forgotten Genius Productions in general, BenLive.tv specifically. Going to check in today and talk about where we've come, how far we've come, what the difference is between today's broadcast and, I don't know, what, a few months back? We first started with the whole hashtag GrowBen and Ben TV back then. The You Now broadcast and all that. So, yeah. Gonna look at the next episode. That's the name of today's broadcast. If the encoder can handle it. No, it seems to be spinning pretty hard over there. I don't know if the let's see here. Close out a couple of these no longer needed web applications. See if I can make things a little bit easier on the encoder. Drop that one. Got the post, so I can go ahead and end all of these app sessions here. Because we're not going to do a lot of the social media management streamcasting type of stuff there. Seems like the studio monitor is not coming up there. That's interesting. Let's see if I can switch over here. Not the desired result at all. Interesting. Might be having a technological breakdown. There it goes. It looks like it's caught up. I have no idea what that looked like on your end. I don't know. Things look normal here again. I'm going to wait till the server side talks back to me. At least motions back and says, hi, everything's okay. Alright. I don't know. Some sort of unforeseen background task there. I don't know what I was running. Maybe a scheduled update. Maybe it's synchronizing. I've got all these cloud synchronizations in progress now. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But server side looks responsive. So that's good. We can move forward. It's approximately 9:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're enjoying the Ben Live. I'll go ahead and bring up our little screencast box for you. We'll look at the next episode planning document right there live for you. How much more authentic can you get? There's the pre-show planning document. Status report. In the meat space, we're losing frame rate again, sorry. In the meat space, we have the kitties' socialization progress is going well. The kittens, and I think I hear them being active. Should I think I have it set up to bring that up. Let me bring that up. Oh yeah. Would you rather watch that than look at the notes? Yeah, you'd probably rather watch that, huh? All right. So we'll put up the kitty cam there. That's what it's come down to. That is the true update for you. That's the current status of Ben Live. The embedded kitty cam is the preferred part of the show. So you can just mute me and watch the kittens, and I'll talk about the work that's going on with the next episode planning status report in the meat space, right? We have the kitty socialization progress. It's going well. As you can see, they are wrestling again, having some fun, playing. They approach people, us specifically, not people in general. I'm sure a random stranger they wouldn't approach. But Amanda specifically had an experience with Fluffy the other day where Fluffy ran across the room, nuzzled her knee, and purred and floofed her tail. Floofed, that's the technical term. Floofed her tail to request pets, Fluffalika people. So, as you know, if you're not familiar with the broadcast, and at this point, you're just lost then, because we've got these kittens formerly known as feral, and they're being socialized, and one of them is playing with a box there, it looks like. Not sure where that one just jumped from, but it makes me uncomfortable knowing where they are in proximity to the laptop in the room. But maybe you've been watching the Periscopes. We'll get to Periscope later, but maybe you've been tuning into the live broadcasts on Periscope. And we've been showing you the kittens, and I've kind of spoiled this one for you, but they're coming along really well. They are house cats now. Essentially, they're house kittens. They're still kittens. They're crazy, and they're not... but they respond well to human contact and affection and pets, and they play, and they're having fun. Right now, they're probably up to no good because they're off the camera, and that's fine. They're rambunctious. Yeah. So things are going well in the meat space with the kitty socialization project, and that's good. And you can witness those results live on the kitty cam 21 hours a day when the Ben Live broadcast isn't happening. So, and obviously now, during Ben Live, it's come to that where the kitties are on pretty much 24 hours. I'll just leave them on, I'll break in here. I'll actually just be a box in the corner on the kitty cam pretty soon. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to bring in collaborators, and their main overwhelming piece of advice. You're like, why are you interrupting the kitty cam? Just stop. Just put the cats back on. What are you doing? No one cares what you think. And we'll see where we go editorially from there. In the robot space, there's been the recent addition of the Everything device, which I had last broadcast. I think we showed you that, but it's really become incorporated in sort of the mobile-first approach to social now. We've got Periscope, as I mentioned earlier, which, if you're not familiar, that's from Twitter. The people who brought you Twitter. It's Periscope. In fact, I can bring this up live. It's just an instant live stream that you can just pull up, from your mobile camera. Go over here to the start the broadcast. Anyone with a Twitter account or a phone number that you just send a simple verification text. What are you seeing now? Well, let me throw in a couple of emoticons, little emojis, whatever. What am I supposed to call them? Emojis? Am I old for calling them emoticons? I don't know. Pictures. Picture letters. I'm going to throw in some picture letters. Let's see here. What picture letters do I like? I tend to do the TV, and then I do the one that looks like it's pointing toward a phone. So I do TV to phone. And then we'll go with the alphabet letters. We'll go Ben Live now. Right? Well, what am I seeing? Ben Live, I guess. I got behind the scenes, maybe? Ben Live behind the scenes. That's okay. We'll just start the broadcast there. And we'll show the the microphone. Oh. So I've just created a live stream that now anyone, anywhere, on their mobile device, if they have these free accounts or the phone number that they had to have the account in the first place. But I'm using Wi-Fi. It's not even phone number connected there. You just start a live stream. Kind of interesting. It's where social is going is more mobile first. You're seeing more video and closed network sharing. So we're seeing a lot more of the Instagram type activities. And there we have one viewer came and went. Yeah, there we go. Let's show the lump. Hi, lump. Switch the camera around. Hi. Ben live. Now it's in front of the scenes. It's not quite behind the scenes if you're watching my face from out here on the news desk. If you tune into the YouTube broadcast, you can see me from there. But if you're on Periscope, you see me from there. So, yeah, just instant live streaming there. Part of this mobile video closed network sort of activity. I mean, this one's a very public network, but the Instagram and the Snapchat and these sorts of mobile media first delivery systems are really taking over with the younger demographic. And if you want to continue to be relevant in the advertising space, the key demographics, you have to adopt. And so we get to that. But with the Everything device, we have Periscope and other mobile content networks set up, and you'll start to see some activity going there. And I would recommend that. As always, I say I vote with my feet. So if you see us doing something here, you want to know what my advice is, just do what you see us doing here. The hashtag GrowBen is now evolved into the Ben Live broadcast, part of Forgotten Genius Productions. And we'd love for you to have your own broadcast as a part of Forgotten Genius Productions. So contact us and we'll collaborate. But the meat space activities are going well. The robot space activities are going well. And we have a potential upgrade to the camera, the camcorder, coming in the future. Have that one kind of marked off. Have the investment is planned. So that's good. We like that. That's helpful, right? You should see that coming in the next month or so. Conveniently timed in your winter holiday season. We might see some technology upgrades, right? Also have a network upgrade. I actually worked this out after when I stopped with the pre-planning, so I don't even have that on the pre-planning document that I had yesterday, because I stopped to discuss a collaborative project for an article. I'll be doing some technical writing on an article, a little bit of editorial work, and that is going to finance the network upgrade for Ben Live. So, it's not just, hey, will you contribute? Put money in my PayPal. It's, what can I do for you? I mean, I have these skills, I have these abilities, and, I have a friend. I mean, yeah, it's a friend first, obviously, but obviously there's a number of projects that he has going on professionally, and so we collaborate when possible. And so I worked something out there to where I could do a little bit of paid work on the side, and then it spun me into this thinking of, well, it's really time for Ben Live to be the driving force behind Forgotten Genius Productions and start becoming a broader, more diverse voice and a overall production outlet instead of this more focused live broadcast, which is one aspect of the overall goal here. If you go to benlive.tv, you can see the full project outline PDF. It's on the Google Docs there. Well, it's created through Google Docs. Create PDFs through Google Docs. Sell them as eDocs. There you go. Free tidbit. Generate some revenue there. Sell your eDocs. Create PDFs through Google Docs. Got it? Got it. Do it. All right. Moving forward, right? We have platforms that come and go now. We have just a myriad of social networks and social contenders and people vying for that space. And there's a next generation of social. There's a mobile first, in your hand, in your pocket sort of approach now. And if you want to be a cutting edge contending social media manager, you have to adopt these, mobile first approaches as well. And that doesn't mean we're going to abandon the desktop space by any means. Obviously the Facebook and the Twitter and the more standard conventional social media outlets are there. But with a network like Instagram, you have to create the image there or the video, and it will push it out to other networks for you. So that's kind of helpful. Same thing with Periscope. It puts it out to the Twitter and says, hey, Twitter, jump on over to Periscope and check out that live broadcast. So, it's still, obviously, if you go to benlive.tv, you can watch us on YouTube. And you can connect with our Facebook page and all that. We're not abandoning digital properties by any means. What I'm talking about here is moving forward, we have to acknowledge the fact that people spend different amounts of time on different networks, and so we have a variety of audiences that we'd like to meet. We want to have the most diverse, inclusive audience as possible. So we have to have a presence on these next generation social networks as well, and be very conscientious of that moving forward. I mean, as a Ben Live broadcast, this is the social media side of it. This is the brand evangelism, the brand personification aspect of the Forgotten Genius Productions. So it's behoove us to make sure that we're engaging with these next generation networks. As well, niche professional networks. That's becoming a lot more popular as people see that these public engagements with the robot space in general are persisting, and they're influencing people's decisions later on. And so you have to be conscientious of the style of engagement that you have. Welcome to the broadcast there, Stupid Waffle, by the way. I saw that come up. You have to be conscientious of your content on these public forums. And so people are tending to put time into professional networks and building their professional persona in these other specific environments that are just intended for that. That way you can kind of separate out, this is my personal space, and although you don't see a lot of activity publicly there, I engage privately there, and that's why. But over here, if you want to see that I am doing things, this is where I publicly, I do work for the public, as it may be, right? So we have these niche professional networks, and we want to be engaged there. We also have monetized networks, and that's very important, especially when you're dealing with an independent or a personal brand or small business even. It's important that we do kind of stack pennies, as it may be, and reach those fringe people. Some people will not engage with traditional networks anymore once they reach these monetized networks. So if you want to reach that audience, you have to go out there and say, hey, we're doing this over here on these other places, but you're welcome to join us there as well. So yeah, thank you for those green hearts. I like those. And welcome, KR9s, lots of nines there. Talking about moving forward with the Ben Live broadcasts and really addressing our mobile first network approach. Now that we have the everything device, now that we've enhanced our technological capabilities, we have the mobile first approach, and so you're going to see a lot more engagement on these multimedia distributed mobile networks. But the interwebs will persist. That's the thing that we have to keep in mind. The domain space is going to be there on all of these different devices. You can always reach the domain space as well. You'll notice applications like Facebook have integrated browsers. Applications like Twitter have integrated browsers where the web is still there. That's still the primary your territory. You own that space, and that's the main focus. And so for Ben Live moving forward, obviously we want everything to be on the domain, and so we've got to bring the domain up to snuff, as it may be, on benlive.tv. And we're looking for local collaboration, and I've reached out earlier today. I saw on one of my personal networks, I saw a friend of mine who's he's local, about 45 minutes away or so, but he's local and he's doing a lot of the same things. And it struck me. I was like, wait a second, he's literally doing something that we did on a broadcast earlier, and we're doing the same things here. We should be working together. We should be collaborating. I mean, this guy is a genius. He's like, he's a really smart guy, really funny, really talented, and really ambitious and inspiring. A welcome addition, a very welcome addition to the broadcast. And so, just touch base with him this morning. He's sleeping right now, apparently. But moving forward, you're going to see some more collaboration, right? Local collaboration, which means we're probably going to have some in-studio work, maybe some packaged video content. We do have a legacy of video production Where are you going? Hey, I'm going to switch out this way. Let me show the kitty. There you go. There's a kitty. Meow. What? Don't you want to be on? Isn't that you want to be on the show, right? Why are you getting camera shy now? All of a sudden, she doesn't want to be on the set when I turn the camera on her directly. Oh, the pretty kitty. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the new desk is so classy, but the cats love it. What can I do? So anyway, if you want to keep watching the broadcast, switch over to benlive.tv. We're on YouTube, and I'm going to stop the Periscope because it's becoming a bit cumbersome, and I want to pay attention to my main show here, right? Okay. So, hi Periscope. Check out benlive.tv. There's a behind-the-scenes broadcast on the Periscope, but it's just one aspect of our social media management. So we're going to talk about some of the other stuff, but, in the between times, we'll see you live out there. And I'll show you some kitties next time, right? We like kitties, right? Okay. Bye, Periscope. So, fun stuff. 20 total viewers there, 16% retention in just that short time. Picked up a little bit of engagement, a little bit of interaction there. So, oh hey, and there's a featured, that's the first time I've seen a featured video come through there. That's pretty cool. Performing the intro. Anyway, I'm going to focus on our Ben Live broadcast. And so you see now, this is the everything device, and it's connected to all the networks. I mean, I'm checking my personal email right here and just deleting that. Because even though it's one that I like to get, it's not one that I want to look at right now. But I have the everything device right here in front of me, and so if you engage with the Ben Live or any of the @Ben McNulty accounts, or any of my personal or professional accounts on the internet, you can see it in real time, and I'll respond there because I'm a real person and this is live. And it is approximately, can't see the clock because of the kitty, 9:23 a.m. Eastern. Hey there, kitty. That's not going to sound pleasant for the folks at home, but it was nice of you to force your way in there. Hi. The camera's over there. You wanna say hi over there? Oh, you just want pets, don't you? I think she's jealous because we've got kittens. So now we've got cats on both. Is that the overwhelming vote? Is that just put cats on all of it? Why are you even trying? Why go to work? Why do a second job to improve your first job? Just do the first job and then hang out with the cats, right? I agree. All right. That's not gonna work though. You can't do that. That's gonna sound really unpleasant, and I don't think our audience is gonna appreciate that, pretty kitty. Yeah, I know that you like to get microphone head scratches, but I don't think that. Hey, fun stuff. Listen to the cat purr, right? So we got the everything device, and we use that for these mobile first networks, and we got our interwebs, and we're going to be collaborating, and we're going to build some distributed collaboration tools. Maybe, if we have to. There's some resources out there, obviously, and we'll explore some of these distributed workforce resources as we get fur all over everything constantly. Why don't you come down here, kitty? Here's where the pets are. The pets are over here. Here's where the pets are. I tried. So, in the absence of an accessible tool to accomplish something, or where there's just a need for our own space, I mean, I might just create a user authentication database for the purpose of using it. I mean, we might want to have that. I don't know. Maybe we'll just use an OAuth. There's plenty of stuff out there. I don't know. We'll look into that. But right now, Google's working for the Google Docs and the distributed collaboration in the document space there. And so I'm going to bring in some local talent here soon, and going to talk to him about this mutually vested interest that I think he should take. I think we should be working together, right? I'm honest. I like what he's doing. I think that what I'm doing is cool by him, right? He's a smart guy. I think that what I'm doing here is smart stuff, right? And so let's see if we can work together. And yeah, we're going to do that in a distributed way. And I have a current backlog as well I developed here. So moving forward, this is the sorts of features that I would like for the personal brand. How did you just take this desk back? How did that happen? You just use your mind control over me? Was it the force? Was I just not paying attention? I was talking to the YouTubes and now you're sitting there? Um, gonna work on the. Gonna. Fixing to work on the resume. You know. Could use a refresher, right? Every personal brand needs a refresher, new set of copy, just some changed verbiage in the resume, and digitizing the portfolio. Essential that I catch up. Right now, the things that I'm doing are live in the cloud in real time and move forward in a persistent, saved way intentionally. It's not an accident, right? And so I have to catch up on all of the portfolio, all of the, content and experience that I have that didn't exist in the cloud. It wasn't done in this public shared way, private documents and such, right? Unpublished works and such. So I got plenty of that stuff, and I want to make that available to you online just because it should, why not, right? Who cares? It's there. Maybe I could sell. I'm not sure. Right? Should I save all this in one day? No, whatever. No, I'll just self-published online. Whatever. It is what it is. If you like it, put money in the PayPal. It's the right thing to do. All right. So I'm gonna put all my stuff on there for the online on the domain benlive.tv. We're gonna build out the portfolio section there. From there, there's gonna be a graphics placeholder sheet. Which, if you're familiar with the broadcast, then we have all of these networks, and we have a variety of photos and vector graphics and kind of working graphics. I mean, the thing, the Ben Live that you see right there on the desk is actually a sand texture that I was working on in Blender, applied to some cycle rendering, lighting tests. So it's kind of a combination of experiments that is part of this minimum viable product approach. And so there are certain things I'm going to have to invest in there graphically, and we're going to have the planned out placeholders for, okay, well, for this network, we need this set resolution, and we need an image of this set resolution. For this network, we need this and that. And what do we want to reuse? And what we want to have a consistent image and consistent typography and color scheme across them, but we don't necessarily want to use identical bitmaps and photos, and different aspect ratios and things will apply. And so going to have all that worked out and make that available as well. That'll be part of the, why not, right? Create reusable assets for anyone who's tuning in, anyone in the audience. We'll make them reusable for your brand because that's fun. So we'll work out the landing page and get the benlive.tv index squared away a little bit better there, so I can incorporate the expanded portfolio and sort of direct the user experience a little bit better there, get a more of a working user experience. So we're going to start with a landing page and break down with some top-level navigation and incorporate the usable graphics, the actual finalized product for this. Well, it's never really a finalized product, but the working, accomplishment, this feature, this, what we accept for done on this backlog item. We'll have our usable graphics, professional quality. Even at this point, this stuff, it's rendered in 3D, and it's a matter of technical limitations, basically, and some techniques and applications of lighting and things like that we'll work on. But usable graphics. We'll revisit the business cards. Got to do more of a info sharing, sort of a retained connection card. Not so much something that I'm handing out, but something that I'm responding to requests with, that sort of card. And we'll want to have the next generation of graphics for that one. And from there will be a message sync, as I call it. And that's where we go through and, at this point, hopefully we've got all of our graphics on all of our networks in a consistent message sort of way, indicative of the network. Maybe we have a different personality for different networks if you want to take that approach. We've talked about that here. But you have this sort of obvious connection between your different web presence locations. And from there, you want your copy to reflect that. So you have the same graphic look, but you also want to have the same words and same language, and to have consistent message and consistent branding in that sense. So that's it. That's the end of the current backlog. Looking at because it's the winter holiday season for whatever you want to call it, your winter holiday season. I'm getting a camcorder for Christmas, so I guess that's what I'll be celebrating, right? Celebrate what you get the gifts for. That's the smart bet. And looking at about 2 months. So probably could be a month if it was a focus thing, but as a second job with a 3 hours, 4 days sort of broadcast schedule, probably going to be 2 months on that. But moving forward here, and I don't know if we'll do it today, because today it doesn't seem like we're going to be much of a productive work broadcast, are we? No, we're not going to be getting too much done in like a real concentrated work way. But moving forward in the week, tomorrow's broadcast and the Saturdays and Sundays broadcast, I am going to, at least in the pre-show production, do the CV stuff, do the portfolio stuff, and have something to show to you during the broadcast. And if not, work on live during the broadcast. I don't know. I mean, some of the screencasting of the HTML, that's fun, but it's pretty niche, and not everybody's even interested in seeing that. So we might just address it, and I'll show you the progress of it, and then do some social media stuff, maybe just play around on the networks, because that's a lot more fun for us. And I think the kiddies enjoy that more. Do the kiddies enjoy that more? Yeah? The kiddies like to do the social media playing? I mean, really, like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? You gonna clean yourself now? Is that what you're doing? Is that what we're going with? You're just gonna sit here and clean yourself? I mean, you are on the internet, so that is what cats do on the internet. I guess I started the broadcast by saying that this was a check-in and kind of let you know a status report on where Ben Live is as a broadcast, where we come from and how we got here and where we are moving forward. Well, it's gone to the cats. Apparently, it's just gone to the cats. They're just running the show now, so. Whatever. I respect your editorial authority there, pretty kitty. You think that you should be in this shot? That's fine. It's whatever. I didn't want to use the keyboard anyway. Keyboard and mouse, mice. I actually do have mice now. Keyboard and mice are overrated. Just sit here and clean ourselves. That'll be fun. Where are the kittens? I think they're on the windowsill. We'll switch over to the kitten cam. How's that gonna make you feel? While you sit here and clean yourself. You full-sized cat. You strange-looking full-sized cat. I don't understand. Why is it so large? I didn't know cats came in this size. I've only seen tiny ones lately. I mean, the time that the lump is over. The lump is being so good. He's just sleeping on the couch. But here's the pretty kitty. Just hanging out on the desk. Just part of the show, huh? Part of the show. So yeah, maybe we'll see more of a humorous focus. There was discussion previously that I'd like to incorporate moving forward, more of a news slant. Not just my opinions, at random, just on life in general. Which Sunday we do like to do that. We will reserve time for our own, core belief discussion, or whatever you want to call it. But looking at news items and talking about, how a rational person might interpret this insanity, it's kind of a good idea. We like that moving forward. Gonna do some. This is the news? Ben Live. This is the news? Right? I don't know. Fun stuff like that. So I'll start experimenting with some of that during this week's broadcast. Tomorrow's and the next couple days. We're gonna do 4 days here, and then probably take 3 off. Do 4 on, 3 off, like that. See how that goes. See how that takes us into the holidays. I don't know. I have to figure out the timing of it. I mean, in the between time, will there be periscopes and things of that nature? Apparently, Instagram and Snapchat. I don't know. Snapchat, not just for dongles anymore. Taking a real mainstream. I don't know. I think that the appeal is the younger generations realize it is just not going to be attempted. People are just going to be like, Snapchats, that's where the youth these days are doing inappropriate, horrible, whatever it is they're doing. I don't want anything to do with it. But no, the reality is they're going to build this social network where, nobody's aware of what's going on. No traditional social media managers know what's going on. But hey, let's sneak in, right? Shh. No, it's becoming a normal part of, like, if you look at people's Twitter profiles now, these next-gen networks are taking front seat. They're no longer just, and I'm also on these guys. No. It's find my content here. So find my content here is what we're doing. We bring the people to the content if the people want the content, right? I mean, it just makes sense, right? There are people doing similar things, right? And essentially we're all competing for eyeball traffic to some degree. It makes sense to work in a collaborative effort with people who I trust, and I do have a very solid network. I build trust networks when I build networks. So, at this point we're approaching the 100 hours of broadcasts. I think we're somewhere around there, probably crossing through. I haven't done exactly the math, so it is what it is. I added it all up on a spreadsheet at some point. I think it was like 85. I don't remember how many broadcasts ago that was, and we're coming up on this is episode 29. That's 30 episodes, 3 hours an episode, give or take, just about. Some of them, there were some marathon broadcasts and stuff. There's a number of events. I think I counted the marathons as at least an episode or so, but I don't know. I don't remember. Look at the playlist. You see what I decided when I did that exact thing. So about 85 hours of broadcasts. Just sitting here talking to you guys. And you can see the difference now between hour 0, because episode 0 is up there, and that's even farther back. There was some growth in between that. I think that was just a Ben TV. The only thing Hack Life was on. I think all of that was all private. Yeah. So, quite a bit of content. Quite a bit of enhancement and change that is already... You should already see it. There are some persistent issues, obviously. Been talking about this network issue since day one, and I know it's a top priority. It's ridiculous. It's a top priority, but as you can see, media needs that have arisen have just been immediate needs. I mean, you have that when you are a content creation outlet and you deliver quality media. If something falls out and it's just like, well, we have no audio today, like that's not going to be a fun broadcast. I don't think I have enough prepared content for that one. I mean, I could if I knew it was coming, but I didn't, and I don't. Excuse me, I can't reach the mute button. Yeah. So... just hanging out with the pretty kitty for the rest of the broadcast, I guess. I don't know. What do we got? 40 minutes of good show in there? That'll be enough, right? That's sometime between 9 and noon. I don't have to be there the whole time, right? Maybe put in another 20 minutes. You want to talk for another 20 minutes about something? Because I just wanted to show you what I'm doing moving forward. But in reality, computer was struggling. You saw the technical glitches at the beginning there. It probably needs to rest. The whole network probably needs to rest for a little bit. And with that, I would also need to, go in there and do a little bit of technical writing stuff while it's off. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll see what kind of reception we get to a 40-minute broadcast. No, we'll try to go longer. For some reason, I feel like I'm breathing in a lot of cat fur. I can't quite place what it might be. Do you have any ideas? You have any ideas? I'm curious. No? No clue, huh? Okay. Could be anything. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna break for halftime now. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Here's some kittens for you. There you go. You like that? There's a back soon.